Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. Today, our topic is real estate. And in real estate, we are going to ask ourselves this question. What do Airbnb kind of a guest complain mostly about? Are you a homeowner? Or are you a person who is looking forward to doing any kind of Airbnb or rather running any kind of Airbnb kind of a business? So these are the things, or rather, these are the some of the complaints that any kind of a guest would raise for any kind of a homeowner doing any kind of Airbnb kind of a business. Number one, a dirty home. When we talk of a dirty home, we mean a house, for example, whereby the carpets have stains, for example, spills from the wine or food or kind of drinks. Again, having also cobwebs on the ceiling. Again, also having those kind of rust kind of taps. So it is important for any property owner or rather any kind of homeowner to make sure that the house is sparkling clean by trying to avoid those kind of dirt. And they can do that by hiring any kind of professional kind of cleaners to make sure that the house is sparkling clean. And of course, by doing that, you attract a lot of kind of guests. Again, number two, having a kind of inaccurate kind of information, or rather when you are doing your kind of enlisting, misinforming your clients. For example, saying that, or rather describing your kind of enlisting that your house is all ensuite, and when a guest comes, they find is only a common kind of a toilet, or rather a common kind of a washroom. We meaning that it is not fully ensuite. That is informing any kind of a client. And again, sharing the kind of photographs that don't entail your listing. What do we mean in this? For example, you know very well your house, the kind of photos you have shared, they don't belong to your kind of a house, but you have used, for example, your kind of a friend's kind of a house, which looks very good, just to do the kind of enlisting and attract many kind of a guests. And when the guests come, they found the house is very different. This is very wrong for any kind of homeowner or any person running kind of Airbnb. You should be very honest with yourself. Just enlist what or whatever your kind of a house entails. If it has no jacuzzi, just say it's, for example, it's an extremely 2-bedroom kind of a house with it has DSTV, Wi-Fi, it has common washroom, it is sparkling clean. Just enlist what your house entails. And because when your client, for example, remember some of these clients come from very far. They have traveled so many kind of miles. I'm assuming this is a client, a diaspora kind of a client. And they come here thinking that whatever they have seen on your enlisting, or rather on your photographs, that is what the house entails. And when they come, they find a kind of a different kind of a house. Of course, they'll lose trust in you. And they'll think that you are not a kind of a honest kind of a person. And by doing that, you can lose that kind of a client. Again, number three, missing suppliers or having kind of lost suppliers. When you talk of kind of a lost suppliers, we think, for example, of duvets, blankets, bed sheets, those kind of things. Yeah, you should, any kind of a homeowner should have an extra kind of duvets or kind of blankets. That is, for example, when a client comes in, maybe they have maybe some kids, and maybe they have done them kind of a dirt on any kind of a duvet. It means that any kind of a property owner should have an extra kind of a duvet so that this kind of their guests can change. Because if they don't have any other, then it means that they'll have to spend their kind of money and they don't want to go that kind of a direction. Because any client spending the kind of money when they are occupying your kind of Airbnb, it means that next time you will not have that kind of a client. And they can also cancel that kind of booking even when you are occupying your house and they ask for a refund. And that way you lose business. Again, number four, unable to access the house. Yes, you have done and kind of you have a kind of a house, and I'm assuming again this client does run kind of a client. He has traveled so many miles, and maybe he has kind of a family. And when they reach your house after arriving, they are unable to access the house. There's no keys. So it is important for any kind of a owner or property owner to enable any kind of a guest arriving at any particular kind of a time to have a quick access to the keys. You can have keyless kind of system that you use, or you can use smart locks. If you don't have that, it's also to have a trusted kind of a neighbor whereby you can leave the kind of keys so that when the clients comes, they don't come and start calling you, and maybe you are not accessible and they want to occupy the house, but they can't occupy the house. That is very wrong. And again, the client will feel very uncomfortable. And they will not even rather want to deal with you ever and ever again. Because, number one, you are making them to stay waiting for a kind of keys when they are already tired. Already they are losing interest in you. So, for you to attract those kind of a guests, or rather to eliminate that kind of a complaint coming from a client, make sure if you don't use a keyless kind of a system, automated kind of a system when you're accessing the house, make sure that you have that kind of a trusted kind of a neighbor who you can leave their keys with, and when your client comes, they can have quick access to the key. And it's all that for today. Till next time, bye-bye.